Hey there, interwebs, and welcome back to How Fascinating, or should I say, March of the Megafauna! Last week we looked at how kangaroos are just a mess of spare parts which have been assembled into some sort of furry Australian wyvern, but now it's time to examine a different dragon from down under. Yes, your big scary animal for this week is the world's largest reptile, the saltwater crocodile. If you think about it, crocodiles are actually the real-life version of a mid-level video game boss. I shouldn't have to tell you that the salty is incredibly dangerous, but I guess I just did. They're absolutely enormous, with males reaching weights of over a ton and lengths of more than 6 meters or 20 feet. They've got 5.5 dozen teeth designed to rip and tear flesh, and the strongest recorded bite force of any living animal, 16.4 kilonewtons. It's also dangerous at the other end, too. A single swipe from its mighty tail is powerful enough to knock down an adult human male. They're big, deadly, and have natural armor in the form of osteoderms. As far as attack patterns are concerned, they can sneak up on you, and if they do, they can tear off a limb, drown you, or do other nasty things. If you manage to avoid a sneak attack but still allow it to escape, it'll retreat back into the surrounding environment and possibly come after you for a second attack. On the other hand, you can do the same thing to it. Because it's an ambush predator rather than a persistence hunter, it won't chase after you if you run, so if things aren't going well, you can make a quick retreat. Once you're safely out of chomping distance, you can have a speedy health potion, or a quick nip of booze, whatever gets you through the day and incentivizes you to fight a crocodile, you mad bastard. For all its powerful attacks, impressive size, and high armor class, it still has a big tactical weakness. It can't turn very fast, so it's weak to flanking. The bigger one gets, the more difficulty it has in changing direction, on land anyway. You can come at it from the side, or even better, behind, and jump on its back. Its primary attack, the bite, can fairly simply be countered by holding its snout shut. Because its jaw muscles are all directed towards slamming shut and snapping through bone, it's ironically very weak in the other direction. You can hold its mouth shut with your bare hands or a roll of electrical tape. At this point it'll probably try to roll and throw you off, but if you keep your legs wrapped around its waist and your hands around its snout, you'll be fine, he said in a legally non-binding way. Finally, when executing its most powerful attack, the death roll, it exposes its weak spot, its soft underbelly. You can't tell me truthfully that crocodiles aren't video game bosses. In case it wasn't obvious, I want to fight a crocodile. However, to be clear, I don't just want to go up to one minding its own business on a beach in Cairns and take a swing at it for existing. That'd be insane. But if one got somewhere it shouldn't be, and posed a threat to the local ecosystem, or took an orphanage hostage, then just call me Batman, because I will fight that killer croc. Now, admittedly, I don't actually have any experience fighting crocodiles, but they're just big reptiles, which are really sauropsids, and I do have experience squaring off against those at the water's edge. Story time. So the other day I'm walking down a trail in my local arboretum, and I come upon a pair of Canadian geese. One of them looks at me, then turns to his goosewife, like, "Don't worry, dear, I'll take care of this," and he starts aggressively waddling towards me. In nature, this is what we call a fight-or-flight moment. I knew that if I backed off and tried to peacefully give them space, this goose would just keep pursuing me. I had to remind it that I'm 15 times its size and mean business, so I threw up my dukes and started walking towards it even faster with body language that says, "You started this fight, but I'm gonna finish it." As soon as I get close, this bird immediately realizes it's picked a fight it can't win and turns around like, "Oops, come along, Martha, let's go," and the two fly off. This isn't even the first time I've been in that situation, either. Freshman year of college, I had to charge into an angry gang of geese, barefoot and bare-fisted, to stop them from attacking my girlfriend at the time and our dog. Gods, it sucked being a level 1 Hobbit Ranger. I'd like to think I've leveled up a few times in the interim, and it's time to start fighting bigger things. First, we have to factor in terrain. It'd be a swampy environment, like the Sri Lankan coast, which is more attractive than a boring old field without being as annoying as a full-blown underwater level. Weapon of choice? Kusarigama. I had at first considered the curved, pointy karambit knife, but the Kusarigama has more tactical advantages. I can use the weighted end to harass the beast into the shallows where I want it. Then, after engaging, i.e. jumping on its back, I can use the rope to tie its jaws shut, disabling its primary attack. At this point I've already won, but since this is a contrived deathmatch, I could use the point of the kama to pierce its hide and deal the coup de grace when it tries to roll. It's a bit macabre, sure, but monster hunting is a messy business. Join me next week when I'll tackle an even murkier issue: cocaine hippos. Until then, thanks for watching, and have a fascinating day.